So these are the two books that every Filipino should read to get rich. Cue intro. So here are two books that every Filipino should read to get rich. So the first one is The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clayson. So what this book is all about is the philosophy or the habits that you need to apply in order to get rich. So as Filipinos, we are spenders. We like to go to malls, and when we get our 13th month pay, we just spend it on things and shoes and clothes and everything else. So may pitong filosofiya or philosophy na kailangan mo i-apply para yumaman. So the first one is start diapers to fattening, which is basically saving money. So nagsisave ka ba ng pera na gada may natatanggap ka, may tinatabi ka ba? Ang recommendation niya is around 20%, 10% to 20% of your monthly income. The second one is control the expenditures. So, kung gumastos ka ba sobra-sobra, baka naman mas malaki pa yung ginagastos mo kaysa sa kinikita mo. Pangatlo is make thy gold multiply, which is investing. Yun bang pera mo ini-invest mo sa ibang mga ventures. So, may iba tayong investments like real estate, stock market, mutual funds, other businesses, and other investments. And fourth is guard thy treasures from loss. Yung bang pera mo iniingatan mo, baka naman puro scam yung pinaglalagyan mo ng pera. O kaya naman, yung mga tao mo sa business mo, hindi ka tiwa-tiwala na hindi mo alam, kinukuha na pala yung pera sa'yo. Panglima is make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. So, mo, baka naman invest ka lang ng invest, hindi mo naman alam kung ano yung pinag-i-investan mo. Example is cryptocurrency. Sobrang taas ngayon ng crypto, Bitcoin, Ripple, iba't ibang klase ng cryptocurrencies. At ngayon, okay yun. Pero baka naman hindi mo siya inaaral, invest ka lang ng invest. So ngayon, pwede, saya-saya mo, madami kang pera. Pero in a year or two, biglang baba niyan, hindi mo inaral, hindi ka nakaalis sa market, ubos ang pera mo. Number 6 is ensure a future income. Pagkakaintindi ko dito is to create a system, create a passive income na kikita ka kahit hindi ka nagtatrabaho. Pwede dito yung mga real estate apartments, houses, pwede rin yung mga pautang, lending. And number 7 is increase thy ability to earn. So, ito yung pagbi-business or pwede rin yung sa lending. Yung basta pinapadami mo yung pera mo sa iba't ibang klase ng paraan. So, that is the book. That's the summary of the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. And the next book that you should read is, actually dalawa siya. Yung isa kong copy nawawala, yung Rich Dad Poor Dad, book number 1, and this number 2 is Cashflow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. So, parang part 1 and part 2. So, pinagsama ko lang as one book. Ito actually yung kauna-unahang librong nabasa ko, around 16 years old siguro ako noon. 24 na ako ngayon. And it started me on the path na ayusin ko yung financial life ko, na gumawa ng business, na mag-invest. So, for this book, it talks about different kinds of people, at least in a financial standpoint. So, merong employee, letter E. Merong business, big businesses, letter B. Merong S, self-employed. At merong I, investor. So, ibang klase ng quadrant, but ibang advantages and disadvantages. Meron kang mga sa ayon kay Robert Kiyosaki, ang pinakamagandang quadrant ay business and I. Dito ka yayaman talaga. So, if you have big businesses and a lot of investments. Now, masama ba maging employee or maging self-employed? Of course not. It's better to have money or a job than job than nothing at all. But as you grow older, maybe you can go from one quadrant to another and make more money. So, yun yung dalawang libro na suggest ko sa inyo na basahin nyo kasi sobrang makakatulong to para sa inyo in your financial goals at para maging mas okay yung future nyo and yung family nyo. So again, Richest Man in Babylon, George Clayson, and Cashflow Quadrant, and Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Alright, if you have a request on what video you want to see, just make a comment down below this video, and if you have any questions, I'll answer it as soon as I saw it. Alright, see you on the next video. Bye bye.